The subject matter of this video originates in Germany.
Hello and welcome back to Places. My name is Jacob. In this video I thought I'd show my viewers what to look for in a Luftwaffe ZF4 telescope. They're certainly the most common FG42 accessory out there. I would have a hard time calling them rare, but I guess that depends on an individual's description as to what rare is. Rare is going to mean different things to different people. So there are quite a few out there. If you consider that rare, for me, rare would be hard to find. The Luftwaffe marked ZF4 scopes aren't hard to find. An FG42 marked ZF4 scope is hard to find, and there's only a handful out there in this world. I don't think it was a common practice to actually mark them FG42 and put the number on them. I think all that are out there are all there is. I don't think there will be any more to be found in the woodwork. So if I bring the camera in, we'll have a look at the scope and I'll show you the details to look for. So this is the ZF4 scope. There's history on them if you want to look it up. I'm not going to get into that. I'll try and keep this in the camera the best I can. So what to look for when you're getting one? Well, the L is usually a dead giveaway, but there are several types of font. I think 3, maybe 4 types of font. So the font does change a little bit. They're all marked GWZF4. They're all made by DDX, Voigtlander, I think it is. Anyway, they're all made by that, and they all appear to be in the same serial number blocks. So there's large spaces in between the blocks, but they're made in blocks. I don't remember if there's any individuals. I don't think there is. I'm pretty sure they were all in blocks. But that's not to say you might find one out of the ordinary. To know that it's a true scope, it must be made by DDX. Has to have the L on it. The marking has to be correct here. And then on this, the elevation knob also has an L on it. If it doesn't have an L on it, it's not correct. I don't know how you'd end up with a scope without an L on it. Either somebody's replaced the elevation drum, or it's just it's a reproduction that has had an L engraved on it. Usually with a reproduction, the font is all wrong, but your elevation drum must have an L on it. Also, one other small detail is that the knurling on it with these L-marked drums is smaller. So the scallops are larger and the knurl edges are smaller. So there is a visible difference if you put a regular ZF4 scope up against a Luftwaffe ZF4 scope. One other thing I should note, it'd be pretty hard to measure this, but the length in between the graduation is shorter on a Luftwaffe scope than it is on a regular ZF4 scope. I'd like to say that a regular one is something like 16 millimeters and this is 15.5. Anyway, it's a shorter throw in between the graduations. And so that is all you need to know for the differences between a regular Luftwaffe ZF4 scope and another regular scope for any other rifle. I would say that the internals are all the same as regular ones, but I have seen both a regular scope and an L-marked scope with very fine crosshairs in them. I don't know when the crosshairs were put in. I assume they're original because they both look the same to me. But you can't. There were so many made that there are variations out there that are non-standard. And when you come across one of those, it's up to you to decide whether it's correct or not. But if you're just after a regular one, made by DDX, GW ZF4, the L in 3, maybe 4 different types of font. You need the L on the elevation drum and the scallops on the knurling. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video with a short look at the details of the ZF4 scope and what to look for if you're buying one to avoid fakes. So, yeah, very few details that are different about it than a standard one. Anyway, I hope you liked the video, and until next time.